Hi everyone, meteorologist Gary Woodall here, and welcome to this episode of the Mid-South Weather Musings. Well, in the last episode, we talked about the 2020 hurricane season outlook, and the season is living up to billing so far. Have our first tropical system in the Gulf of Mexico, Tropical Storm Cristobal. Where's it going to go? What's going to happen with it? Stay tuned, we'll talk about it in this episode coming up. Tropical Storm Cristobal actually evolved from a tropical system which originated over the eastern Pacific Ocean, crossed across Central America, and is now moving into the Gulf of Mexico and may become a threat to the Gulf Coast by the weekend or over the weekend, it looks like. So let's get on into the outlook and the status and what is expected with Cristobal. Here's a satellite loop from Wednesday afternoon, and we can see the center of circulation right down here just moved inland from the Bay of Campeche down into southeastern Mexico. Very broad circulation, though, across a lot of the southern Gulf of Mexico. And meanwhile, some showers and thunderstorms that'll be affecting us up here in the Mid-South this evening and into early on Thursday. So here are the latest forecasts for Cristobal's movement. Not much movement over the next 24 hours or so, and in fact by Friday afternoon it may be just coming back off of the Mexican coast and back out into the Gulf of Mexico. It looks pretty consistent with all of the numerical guidance that Cristobal will move northward from that point on. By Saturday afternoon into the south central Gulf, somewhere in the south central Gulf. By Sunday afternoon, getting up towards the northern Gulf of Mexico, approaching the central Gulf Coast, Louisiana in particular. Then by Monday afternoon, it looks like the system will be inland and affecting Louisiana, Mississippi, possibly parts of Alabama, and possibly parts of the Mid-South with whatever remnant impacts it has. Now, fortunately, looking at the intensity forecast, these looks like spaghetti here is all the different intensity forecast models, the guidance that's out there. And most all of them keep Cristobal in tropical storm strength. Only one takes it up to hurricane strength. So looks like the consensus, Cristobal will stay as a tropical storm up until it makes landfall, which is certainly good news. Now, once Cristobal makes landfall, the rainfall may be the biggest story for us here in the Mid-South. This is the 7-day rainfall forecast through next Wednesday evening, and we can see northern portions of the Mid-South up towards the Kentucky, Missouri borders. Maybe an inch and a half, an inch and 3/4 of rain expected. A little heavier rain down to the south, central Mississippi, eastern Arkansas. Maybe 2.5 to 3+ inches of rain in this area. Now, this is the 7-day forecast, and it looks like this rain is actually going to come in a couple of batches. One period of rainfall tonight and through a good portion of the day on Thursday as showers and thunderstorms come through. And then the rest of this likely resulting from the remnants of Cristobal. But that is a long way out and several days out still for us here in the Mid-South, so we'll need to keep an eye on those forecasts as we get in closer to the weekend. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Mid-South Weather Musings. If you like these updates, like this type of information, then keep up with us. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure and subscribe to our channel. If you're watching on Facebook, be sure and like and follow our page. Either of those will make sure that you're notified when we put out future episodes of the Musings. And we will try to do one later this week with the latest update and information on Cristobal. If there are any topics that you'd like us to cover, any particular topics in our science corners, be sure and let us know about those as well. You can put those in the comments section down below. So thank you all again so much for watching. Everybody keep tuned with what's going on locally and down in the Gulf, and everybody keep safe.